Before I started research, the extent of my knowledge of Elvis was mostly based on my grandmother, who grew up. She was in high school in 1956. So when Elvis first came on the scene, she was the prime age to receive his music.
Mhm.
And so I grew up with a lot of his music of the 50s in the house, and also the films of that time. But prior to me starting research, I didn't even know who the Colonel was.
Mm,
I didn't know Elvis was a twin.
mhm.
I didn't know so many details. I didn't know how sensitive Elvis was, how spiritual he was. I didn't know that he had stage fright. There were so many details about him that humanized him and made him such an endlessly compelling person to research and to try to understand. He's just he's full of so many um, juxtaposing, uh, you know, inspirations as well as personality traits. Incredible shyness, but then the stage presence that is one of the most dynamic things you'll ever see on stage, or his spirituality, but then his sexuality on this other side, and so his innocence, but then his rebellion. And there's just so many. It just makes him a very compelling person to watch, to hear, to play. I feel that I know him pretty well. I spent, yeah, I mean, it was 2 solid years of him being the only thing that I thought about, and trying to understand him, and to feel what he felt, and to look out of his eyes as much as I could. And um so yeah, what it's I always have great joy when I get around people who know a lot about him, because then we can really dig into things. And